Hey all, hope you are safe. Have you ever been frustrated by inconsistent pull request titles cluttering your repository? Don't worry. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use GitHub Actions with Regex pattern to enforce the standardized PR titles. Keep your code base clean and organized. Whether you're working solo or as a part of the team, having a clear and consistent format for your PR titles is essential. Not only does it make your repository look more professional, but it also helps everyone understand the context of each PR at a glance. In this tutorial, we are setting up a PR title linter using GitHub Actions. This linter ensures that every pull request title in our repository follows specific format by enforcing a consistent naming convention. We improve the clarity of the PR's history and make it easier to track changes. For example, if you are working on a changelog file and we need to, define what is added, what's the changes, and so on, it will be easy to just track the title on the of the PRs and define and extract the changes and if there's enhancement, bug fixes, and so on. So let's go to define a specific tool or package which we can use as a GitHub action. Let's get started. Well, PR Lint action. This is GitHub action that helps enforce specific formatting rules for PR titles using regular expression regex. It automates the process of checking PR titles against a predefined pattern and ensure consistency across your repository. So this is the TypeScript GitHub action which we can use in the workflow. So basically what we'll need to do is we will copy this and we will elaborate what exactly here later on. And then we can go to our repository and there we can just create a folder and create the workflow. So let's add a new file. And to add a new action, GitHub action, we need to create first a GitHub directory. And inside this, we will need to create another folder for workflows, right? After that, we can create our YAML file. We can call it, for example, PR Title Lint or linter.yaml. And here we can paste what the code we already copied from the TypeScript workflow. First thing we need to define is that this PR linter will run on pull request. Let's just summarize this to not make it confused. And this will be run on these types. Open, which is when a PR is first created. Edited, when a PR is edited, which included changes to the PR. Reopened, when a closed PR is and we reopen it. And the final thing, synchronized, this when the PR head branch is updated. For example, more commits are pushed and so on. The next thing is we need to define which operating system this action will run it, and this will run it on the Ubuntu latest, which is latest Ubuntu version. Then here we just use package, which is help us on the PR linter. The next thing is the repo token, and the repo token, this token allows the action to interact with GitHub API, such as creating comments or reviews in the PR and so on. Title regex, we will not use this regex. We will add another regex and discuss it later on. So we will make it added like blank here, then we will update it. Unfilled regex fill action. This one, if the title doesn't match the regex, this option fills the action. And The fill regex create review. This one, if the title doesn't match this open creates a review in the PR, we will mark it as true. We need review it. And on for regex requested changes, this is set to false, meaning the action won't formally request the changes. The part of unfilled regex comment, we can add the comment which would need to be added if the action is filled. For example, ZR, this is just an example for regex. And we can add our own comment, like, for example, the PR should follow this format, and we can add here the format we will need it, and we will define it while we discuss title regex. The final part here is on succeeded regex dismiss review comment. If we need to just left a comment once the PR's the action is succeeded, we can add it here. This is can be something like awesome. CPR title is correct, or match the format, or anything you want. Well, let's come back to onfill regex comment and define here what exactly the PR title we need to follow, the format itself. First of all, we need to mention what exactly is Jira ticket, or whatever is the tool which is you use to just organize your tickets. So we need to add it here to be aware which ticket. So let's assume that we are using Jira and we need to add some ticket number here. It will be something like, for example, APCDN 123, something like that. And also we need to define what exactly the topic of this PR. Is it add some new features? Is it for update something, enhancement, and so on? So it will be something from this action, like is it add or remove? We need to remove something. Maybe we need to change something. Another option, if you are doing some changes, but meanwhile, this is a breaking a change, we need to identify that it's a breaking a change. Or you might want to fix some bug fixes. The final things, maybe it can be release. So release PR, moving, for example, the stuff which is already done on the div, and you need to move it to the main. So we can define it here. Then this will be after we define exactly the PR action or the action done on the PR. So we can add the rest of title, maybe anything else. Maybe add the rest of title here. Cool. Now let's break down the regex pattern step by step. Don't worry if you're not familiar with regex. I will explain everything in plain English now. Before we go through the full regex format, let's go through some characters or some signs or samples to be fully aware with why we do or pick this regex. First of all, to just represent the start of the string, we use this character, which represents that it's the start of the string to follow the specific format. There is no white space before it or stuff like that. Second thing is to represent some character, we use W, and this is like shorthand for A to Z, small and capital case, and also 0 to 9 and underscore. This is shorthand for this. Next thing is to represent the digit, we use D, and this is a shorthand for the digit number from 0 to 9. One more things to know is that plus sign is just represents one or more character or digit. Asterisk is for represent zero or more. Cool. And we decided that we will add some ticket number or code inside the square practice. And since it's square practices represent something on Regex itself, we skip it by backslash. So it will be backslash square practice, and the same for the closing square practice. I think now we are ready to format the four regex. We can do it online. Here, for example, we will need to start the regex. Then we will do backslash for square to prevent it, and use W more than one character. So we will add a plus, and we will need to format the digit, one or more digit. And since we can add the backslash, we can now close square brackets like this. And because we might need space or there is no space, so we can represent the white space by S and asterisk. Since we might use the white space or not use it at all, then we will have this one should be represent something like APC, for example, 1, 2, 3, and close parentheses. So this is match 1 for this one. We also, if we back to what exactly the format we decided to be something like that, then it will just pick one of these actions. So we can back to the regex and make it like this. We just don't need this curly practice. We just need to pick one of this. So for example, now it's plus, this is mean that we need to add the ticket number plus pick one of this action. For example, let's do it add. So now it's match one of this. For example, we can make space and do fix and still match the format. Cool. After that, we will need to add the rest of the title. We can add it like this. This means that it will be followed by any character except the dot. And we can end the regex with $sign. Now, what we need to do is complete some PR sentence. For example, fix some layout. So this will match something. Copy it back to the file and just add it, put it here. And for this one, we already add that here. And on failed regex failed action, we need to set it true because we need it to get set it as true. And we can move this other operation here, and the file is just ready. We can commit it. Let's create PR, and this is for sure for the regex file. It's don't match the regex, so we'll keep it to see what exactly will happen. And now we have this only changes. And by the way, this YAML file we need to rename it actually. Let's go to the branch itself. And here we need to edit it. It should be YAML file like this. Maybe we can also add this on single quote and commit this. Cool. We have this PR and the action start running. Let's see the result. Should fail because we are not fit the format. And yes, this is filled. And if you go to details, you will see here an error, HTTP error. And yeah, for this error, we can go to settings, actions, general, and make read and write permissions. Then click save, back to the PR. And now if we try to rebuild, rerun the action, it will fail, but will write actually what exactly the reasons for the failure, which is we need to follow a specific format. Let's wait until it's finalized running. And we have this here right now, and it displayed to us that the BR should follow the format, which is the format added. After we back to the BR and try to edit the title, for example, let's follow this like APC 1, 2, 3. Then add PR Title Linter YAML file. And we're ready to go. After we do this change, as you see, it's rerun again. And now all checks have passed, and it's successfully worked fine. To sum it up, using a regex pattern with GitHub Actions for your PR titles is a great way to keep your repository organized and your team aligned. By enforcing a standardized format, you make collaboration smoother and ensure that everyone knows what each PR is about. And for sure, if you need to add new action types, here, if we back to the file. So if you need to add more actions or change the regex, you can easily modify the regex. And remember, this is not one size fits all solution. Customize it for fit your team's specific needs. And that's it. Thanks for watching.